looking back, I started having symptoms when I was in my first year of college. Um, it wasn't until I was about 24 and I was working on my first television show, and it was an extremely stressful time, and I started feeling like I was going to pass out every day. I had lost a considerable amount of weight, like 20 pounds that I didn't need to lose in just 4 weeks. And I started going to the bathroom more frequently, and then I ended up passing out on set. And my mother came to pick me up, and she took me to see a gastroenterologist that her doctor client referred her to. And I gave him like 5 of my symptoms, and he was like, "I think you have ulcerative colitis." That was the first thing he said. And then he asked me for a stool sample, and then we went back and I did a blood test, and then he did a colonoscopy. And then he put me on prednisone and Asacol, Flagyl and Cipro. And then I took Asacol for about 2 years. And in that 2 years, I became pregnant with my son. And then about 6 months postpartum, I got really, really sick. I went into the hospital. They put me on Colazol. I started iron infusions. And then we ended up moving because my son's father got a job in Texas. We moved to Texas, and I started seeing a doctor there. My son's father's insurance would not let me have insurance unless I did not treat my ulcerative colitis for 6 months. I could not take any pills. I couldn't go to the hospital, and that was impossible. So we just continued to pay out of pocket like we had been doing for the past, couple of years. And I ended up spending 6 months out of that year in and out of the hospital. We separated, and I moved back to LA. I started getting worse and worse and worse, found new doctors down here at Cedars-Sinai. One day, was really, really sick, called my grandmother, and I was like, something's wrong. She took me to the doctor. He told her to take me to the ER, and I ended up spending the next almost 4 weeks in the hospital because I was dying, basically, and they removed my colon. I had the 3-step colon removal, ostomy, then J-pouch insertion, then ostomy takedown, and that was in 2012. It is now 2017, and I have pouchitis often, but I'm on a biologic, and I'm also taking 6-MP, and I've just gained my weight back, and I'm a coach. I'm a baseball coach now, and I advocate, and I'm active, and I'm doing much better. And I